But on January 8th, that is the day they're going to approve the ETF. And tens of billions of dollars are going to flow into it in that first week or so. And then ultimately, hundreds, plural, of billions. That could, I can't even put a number on what that could do, because we only trade $8 billion a day, and there's a whole bunch of people who've said they're not selling.
By all indications, we are now very close to the much-anticipated approval of a spot Bitcoin exchange-traded fund by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. While many people are still expecting this to happen next week, sometime between Monday, January 8th, and Wednesday, January 10th, new information suggests the SEC could make the announcement before then. On Monday, Fox Business senior correspondent Charles Gasparino tweeted about new chatter from credible sources, hinting that the SEC could make the announcement toward the week's end. His post reads, "People at BlackRock say it's radio silence from the SEC. Eleanor Terrett's sources say the amount of paperwork the SEC still needs to go through makes the announcement likely toward week's end." Eleanor Terrett, Gasparino's colleague at Fox Business, also sent out a tweet stating that the SEC has been reviewing changes made to the S-1s filed last Thursday and Friday. However, she added, if the SEC follows a similar approval timeline to the Ethereum futures in October, the agency will, after this round of reviews, communicate to the issuers a date they want the final S-1s to be filed and make them effective in the subsequent 24 to 48 hours. So while the Fox Business journalist and producer is certain that Tuesday and Wednesday approvals are uncertain, she does not rule out an announcement on Friday, which many people agree will give the ETF issuers the weekend to prepare for the launch next week. Whatever happens, Terrett and Gasparino are certain that the next 2 weeks will be very exciting ones for Bitcoin and crypto. Morgan Creek Capital founder and CIO Mark Yusko agrees with this sentiment as he details his outlook for Bitcoin and crypto in 2024. According to the renowned hedge fund manager, the first few weeks of the SEC's announcement will bring tens of billions of dollars for Bitcoin and crypto, then hundreds of billions as the FOMO increases and everyone scrambles to get in. We will now bring you clips from Mark Yusko's latest weekly roundup with Blockworks Macro. But before we do, please take a little time to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to drop your comments in the comments section below. Thanks, and enjoy.
This is the year. This is the year I've been talking about. This is crazy. I've been talking about this. I went back and I searched through Twitter to find when I started talking about this. I've actually been talking about this since 2018, which is hard to believe. That's 6 years ago. I mean, that's a long, but I've been talking about this cycle, this 14-year cycle that people are just sick of hearing about, but now it's here. And 2024 is the beginning. And this first year, this first year, 2024, we've got the halving, which takes the fair value from 51, 52, let's just round it to 50, to 100, okay? So 100. Then we get the beginning in June of the parabolic move of crypto fall. So we transition from crypto summer, which is that migration toward fair value, to the parabolic, oh my God, FOMO, everybody in the pool. And I've said this time, I think there's less leverage in the system. So maybe we only get 1.5 fair value in this cycle instead of the 2.3. You know, that's max, and those guys are at 250, whatever. I'm probably in the 150 range. That's just on supply and demand of the halving and the change in the available supply. Well, then, in addition to the normal supply shock, we get this demand shock. And it's happening. January 8th, they will crown the king. Now, I'm weakening a little bit on BlackRock only. People have convinced me that there's enough going on that a few others are going to get approved. I still think they're going to give at least a couple day head start, maybe. But maybe they do them all. I don't know. But on January 8th, that is the day. I can't think of an asset. I really can't think of an asset where you had both a supply shock and a demand shock at the same time. I mean, I really can't. Other than oil, maybe in the 70s, maybe.
Bitcoin 2024, where do you think we end up?
Look, I think 150 is in the bag, and I'm just going to stick with that. I think we're going to 150, and I think there could be a positive above that if things go as I think they are going to go. There are a couple of things that I just can't predict. Like if they don't approve GBTC converting, right? Barry had to resign. Why did Barry have to resign? Is he under investigation? Is he not? I mean, maybe like CZ, you resign and they leave you the rest of the company alone. I don't know, but that's a weird outcome. So maybe that means they are gonna. So if they didn't approve GBTC converting, then that 25 billion was going to be selling pressure, right? That was going to have to get converted into the BlackRock fund. And so that would temper the demand, right? Because there'd be just a swap. Whereas if they do allow that conversion and the fees just go down and people don't have to sell that, that puts more pressure on the upside. So I can't predict that one because I don't have any inside baseball on Gigi's view on Barry and Michael. So I'm going to stick with 150.
Yusko's base case for Bitcoin as we go from crypto summer towards the parabolic moves of crypto fall in 2025 is at least $150,000 per coin. According to the renowned hedge fund manager, Bitcoin's current fair value is $50,000 per coin. He believes we will at least hit that and maintain it for a while before the halving in April. Then, all the FOMO around the halving will usher in the really parabolic moves, doubling Bitcoin's fair value price, and even going higher. But that it is only Yusko's base case, just on the crypto asset's normal supply and demand fundamentals. With the addition of the ETF approval and hundreds of billions of dollars being pumped by institutions into Bitcoin, Yusko is certain that things can take a much more dramatic turn. Here are more clips from the video.
The fact that the block rewards get cut in half means the price has to double or the miners are done, right? Because the miners adjust, the costs adjust to the price and they buy more equipment and they're running not at monster profits, but, and so if you look at all the previous cycles, the fair value doubled. Just that alone, right? Just the thought in people's brain that suddenly this is not a $50,000 asset, it's a $100,000 asset, I think could trigger a level of FOMO. Bitcoin is an institutional asset, but it also is, if you believe this as I do, if Bitcoin is the new base layer of money, right? Base layer of money, which is what gold has been for 5,000 years. Every central bank buys gold, puts it as the base layer, then they issue debt on top of that as currency. And then we all use credit cards and loans. And so you build this stack of quote unquote money, but the only real money, right, an asset that exists in the absence of a liability, is the base layer.
Yeah.
As Bitcoin replaces that, okay, because think about it, what people are talking about, people aren't talking about, I'm going to put all my money in the Bitcoin ETF. They're talking about 1% or 2%, right? What is that? That's a gold allocation. How much gold does the average, even if you actually boomer, I don't know, 3, 4%? It's not like they have 40% in gold. It's not like they have 50% in gold. And why do you have any? Well, it's my hedge. Okay. The hedging instruments are small allocations that have asymmetric upside potential in untoward outcomes, right? Hyperinflations, recessions, whatever. Why do people own gold? They own gold because it outperforms in times of difficulty, right? It zigs when everything else zags, and it over time accretes value because it holds its value relative to the asset you price it in, right? An ounce of gold is always an ounce of gold, but we don't price it in gold, right? We price it in dollars or yen or euros. Same thing with Bitcoin. One Bitcoin is one Bitcoin. It's just a digital form of this beautiful asset that existed for 5,000 years, where the stock, the amount that exists relative to the flow, the amount that's created new every year versus what's lost or stolen, is pretty low. So the stock to flow ratio is very high. Bitcoin actually now is higher. And so in that world, it's exactly as you described. Bitcoin is kind of like I have some, it's my hedge against disaster. It's my FU money, my run-in money, whatever you want to call it, and institutions, the big ones, central banks are going to start buying it. And then ultimately it displaces gold in a digital world as we move completely from analog to digital, and everything's digital, which I think is going to be the case. In that world, that is the base layer. And then all this other tech stuff.
It's happening, and it's happening fast. As of press time, Bitcoin is trading at over $45,000 per coin, and well on the way to $46,000, and Yusko's fair value estimate of $50,000. This is just all based on rumors and preparations for the SEC's announcement. Over the next few days, we believe we will see more significant price gains, and when the announcement is finally made, prices will go completely crazy in a matter of minutes. It'll be like the mid-June rally after BlackRock's initial filing, only on steroids. However, experts are also talking about the possibility of a sell-off. While some believe this will be a buy the rumor, sell the news event, others are certain that the sell-off will only be a slight pullback before prices take off rapidly again. Let us know your thoughts and price predictions in the comments section below. Do you agree that this is happening at the latest next week? Or are you in the camp that believes the SEC could delay things further until March? If and when the approval does come in, how do you think the market will respond to the news, especially in the subsequent days and weeks? Please drop your comments in the comments section below. Also, ensure you smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications for more videos. Thanks for watching.
Hey Savvy Finance enthusiasts, massive shout out for being the heartbeat of Savvy Finance. Your support has been the wind beneath our wings, and we can't express our gratitude enough. Now buckle up because we've got an exclusive deal just for you. Ever wanted a slice of the action? We're offering a golden opportunity to own part of our YouTube channel's potential future revenue. This isn't just an investment, it's an invitation to be a part of our story. Investing means you're not just an investor, you will be a participant in the future of Savvy Finance. No cheesy lines, just a genuine call to embark on this journey together. But wait, there's more. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, become a Savvy ambassador. Share our videos on every platform: Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Your shares amplify our visibility, potentially translating to more views and more YouTube revenue. Here's the kicker. If our viewership increases, we would not be just growing financially. We would be making a tangible impact by spreading valuable financial education. Now the icing on the cake. Invest and you'll score exclusive access to our private Savvy Finance Discord. Here you can chat with Savvy Finance, swap ideas with fellow investors, and be at the forefront of exciting developments. Click on the link below to register your Gigastar account. You can also find the link to my offering page in the description below. Get your Gigastar account ready, review the offering details, and let's embark on this thrilling venture together. To the incredible Savvy community, thank you for being the backbone of our success. Your journey is my journey, and together, we're creating waves. Cheers.